How's it going, guys? Alex here. Welcome back to another Dokkan Battle video, and today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Basically, I'm going to be showing off my 100% Merged Zamasu, Rose, as well as Goku Black, making one of the best, trios in a villain team, ever, especially on a global version of the game, just because of what Goku Black provides with his passive. Of course, it doesn't really matter too much with this team in particular, because I am running, something that I normally wouldn't run, and I kind of took out the LRs just so that I can show the other guys off a bit more. Of course, Omega Shenron isn't here, and who's the other unit that I would normally run? I believe it is Merged Zamasu, so it would be LR Broly, LR Majin Vegeta, and Omega Shenron. So those guys are not in this current team. I'm running the Kid Buu, I'm running the Cooler for the support, and then of course I have the Zamasu just for the sake of fitting in. But yeah, hope you guys do enjoy today's video as always, and if you do, consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. Now, I have absolutely no idea what I'm trying to do. I suppose you see how far I can get, or just get to a certain point. I don't really have a goal in particular. You know what? Let's see how fast or how long it will take us to get to Vegeta. It shouldn't get too hard because, of course, we have this team. Zamasu isn't going to be doing too much, and I was actually considering getting Zamasu to 100% in the potential system on the Japanese version of the game, but I just didn't in the end because he is beyond saving, to be honest. He is legit beyond saving. He just doesn't really provide enough for me to warrant getting him to 100%. At the very least, the units that I focus on at least do something. For example, the God Goku, absolute beast. When he Dokkans, he's going to be even better. And of course, you have, who else you have? The Great Ape Bardock, potential Great Ape lead in the future. So there are just so many possibilities for the units that I'm currently working on that it's exciting. And of course, if you aren't aware, what the Cooler does, he gives a percentage attack and defensive boost to agility types, so that is why he is here. Of course, he is going to be benefiting, Rose is going to be benefiting a ton from that particular boost. I'm going to try to get that Big Bad Boss's link active because that is going to be given the biggest increase by far, and that is the only attack link that currently is not active. And Kid Buu's passive is actually active here. I just said active 10 times there. So he is going to be giving a massive boost. If I'm not mistaken, it's a, that sounded weird. It's a 50% attack boost. So let's see how hard our boy Merged Zamasu is going to hit. Attack stat just under 1 million, but with a crit, even without a crit, I'm pretty certain he's going to hit for a mil. And 2.4 million. Now we have Merged Zamasu, Super Saiyan Rose, and Cooler, I believe. Okay, I'm wrong. Merged Zamasu. No, Zamasu rather. Regular Zamasu. Now this is where we may start to encounter a few problems, which is actually surprising. Okay, fair enough. Despite giving the free key, didn't super attack here. So, I think the boost passive may actually wear off here, but it's fine because we can choose a healing item to get it back. Because I believe it's an 80% restriction unless Rose wants to go in and get a crit right now. Or a double super attack. Either one would be very nice. Additional? No additional, so I believe it's... Okay, so it's no longer active, but in exchange for that boost Buu was giving us, we now have that Big Bad Boss's link active. So you can't have both. You can't have the boost from... actually, you can. You can have the... You can. That is something that I need to try out, actually. I was about to say, you can't have the boost from Buu's passive active and Big Bad Bosses, but you can because Big Bad Bosses can activate once you get hit. It's going to be tough to pull off, but if I can get that to happen, I will try my very best to do so. Basically, I'm going to try to activate Big Bad Bosses and Buu's passive at the exact same time. It's a bit of a challenge, but I will do my very best to do so. And now Buu is... Oh, okay. We did recover a bit of health there because of the Tech-type orbs that I recovered. And if I... You've got to be kidding me. How are all of the attacks right at the end? That actually does screw me over. Wow. Okay, you know what? Let's go with this then. I'm actually so disappointed because if I got attacked once, that's it. I would get the that particular scenario to go off. But because all of the attacks are right at the end, it just doesn't even matter. Well, that's how the game wants to play it. I'll take it. I'll take it. But I think I'm going to try to do the same thing again and just try to... Okay, I was about to say that for a minute. I'm just going to try to, get health back with the orbs that I collect. I don't know if that's going to be a good strategy in the long run to get that particular scenario to happen. Well, I'm actually so disappointed. Like, I thought I legit was gonna, like, you know, do it. But then it was just like, oh, wait, never mind. So let's grab these with black. So we are recovering a decent amount of health, to be fair, by grabbing just these orbs. We are coming up on a Dokkan mode. But who do we have? I think in the next rotation we are going to have the Kid Buu, the Cooler, and the Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. But the problem with that is that most of Black's links aren't going to be active. Actually, I think the only attack link that isn't going to be active... it depends, actually. I'll need to have a quick look. So, at the moment, Boost passive is 100% active. And I just realized that Rose may not even super attack this turn. Wow. So, I'm pretty certain that Nightmare is active. Just Big Bad Bosses. Fierce Battle is active as well. Wow. The game actually just shafted me here. And I have a feeling the game is going to keep doing this to me. You've got to be kidding me. I legit can't believe that. The Boost passive is going to deactivate now. It is active at this point. And Big Bad Bosses is active now. I can't believe it. Unless Super Saiyan Rose gets like an additional. And of course he wouldn't. Of course he wouldn't get an additional. I just want to show off that particular scenario. Right, now let's go ahead and use Merged Zamasu. It's weird because on a normal team, like just, you know, these particular rotations would, you know, I'll speak. These particular rotations would be super attacking consistently, but for some reason with these changes, it's just like, nah, it's not going to happen. Okay, how about now? Are we going to be able to do something here with Kid Buu and Rose? Okay, I think we may actually get it to go off. Are all of his like links active though? Let's have a quick look. Where's Zamasu? So we have Dismal Future is active. Fierce Battle is active. Fear and Faith is a, what do you call it? Is a key link. Does Buu have Nightmare? Buu does not have Nightmare. And oh, so I am missing out on that one attack link, and I'm about to get a Dokkan mode. This is not an accurate representation of what I want to show. Well, to be fair, Big Bad Bosses is now active, so I can't complain too much. But I'm going to try to get that again with all of Rose's attack links active, and not when I'm, you know, in the middle of a Dokkan mode. And Zamasu is just so useless. They really butchered this card. Like, the below percentage passives are just, like, so outdated. The fact that they gave it to him is just extremely annoying. Because, because of how bad they are. It literally made him a bad unit. If it was, like, above percentage, I would understand. But even then, you have to give him a sizable increase for him to be, like, usable. Like, if you're going to give it a unit, a below percentage passive, at least make him really damn good. Otherwise, don't even bother. So, of course, we are at max health now. And we have a Merged Zamasu coming back round with the Super Saiyan Rose that I have. Question is, will Boo's passive be active? And I know I keep going on about Boo's passive, but as soon as that happens, that's it, I'm happy. I'm happy with how things went. Got the debuff in there, but can Merged Zamasu take him out? That is the question. And of course, he isn't getting... okay, fair enough, 1.5 mil. I was about to say he isn't getting a boost from the Cooler in that last slot, and it's a shame I don't have the I believe it's the Young Demon King Piccolo that gives the Oda. Yep, and it's not going to happen again because Frieza doesn't attack you here until the last thing, of course. I believe it's the Demon King Piccolo that actually gives the attack and defensive boost. Of course, you have the Cooler as well, or the Metal Cooler, but he hasn't had Rebirth from Global yet because the Battlefield medals on here. Well, they are, but you don't have the Battlefield mode, so I don't even know what they are doing with that, to be honest. I think they just kind of scrapped it, or maybe they're working on it. Maybe trying to turn it into a multiplayer mode, which could definitely work. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the mode. And I just really want to get this freaking scenario to go off. And before something just happens that prevents me from ever achieving that mode. Okay, I think I chose the wrong words there. Achieving the mode. It sounds like I'm achieving the form. Now we have to Goku Black. I'm actually kind of triggered I didn't get Cooler because I really wanted to try out Goku Black. That's one of the reasons why I got into 100% in the potential system. But it's just RNG. I would imagine I will pull him eventually, maybe. I didn't go too hard for him. And to be honest, I'm not going to go too hard for the majority of the units from now on. Unless it's like on Goku or something. So Rose is receiving a boost at the moment. But it's not equivalent to what Kid Buu provides, because Kid Buu gives a 50% attack and defensive boost, which is massive in comparison. And no super attack here. Maybe. Okay, I got blessed there. Your placement was just right. But I am probably going to get super attacks here because he does super attack quite consistently. Or quite frequently, I should say. But I could take him out if I'm lucky. All come down to RNG, so that's one. Yeah, he's probably going to survive here. And it's crazy to see like how some attacks fluctuate, because the boost from Cooler now is making Rose hit harder than Merged Zamasu, but in some situations Merged Zamasu may hit slightly harder. It honestly depends, because Merged Zamasu does get a bigger boost, but Rose has a higher attack stat and a better 12 key multiplier. So I do believe that Rose is going to be hitting harder the majority of the time, but certain scenarios can be the other way around. And why are all of his attacks positioned like that? This game does not want me to do this. I swear Bandai's just like watching me or something. And I can't believe it. I legit cannot believe it. How many times has this happened now? Like twice? I've never seen like all of his attacks positioned like right at the end. And that damn Big Bad Boss's link is still not active. That's the problem. I wish like there was some sort of item that you could use to like deal damage to yourself. Actually, that'd be dumb. I don't know. Would it be dumb? I suppose it wouldn't be the worst thing if you wanted to activate certain links, but if the positioning of the characters were, you know, wasn't terrible, you wouldn't even need something like that. Of course, it's not exactly terrible. I just want to try out that particular scenario, and I believe we take on Cell next. And alright, let's see what Merged Zamasu can do. Okay, Big Bad Boss is active. You know, increase. Like at the time, that increase probably seemed like it would have been like way too overpowered, which is probably why they did give him that restriction. But if they were to release a unit like that today, he definitely wouldn't have a restriction that strict. Let's see what happens here then. So we have 5 Cell Juniors. The boost from Cooler is active, but it's not going to benefit anyone at all. No super attack there. Yeah, normally you would have a unit in the last slot just providing would you know? I don't know. I think that the reason why that team works so well is because a lot of the units, I'm talking about the LR team with Omega Shenron, is because the majority of the units do share Fear and Faith, and then you also have the Rose, Goku Black, and of course Goku Black given the key as well, which helps out massively. I'm hoping I can get an additional here. And Big Bad Boss is active. Again, the boost from Kid Buu is not active. In before, I guess it like during one of the stages where it doesn't even matter, because the majority of the time a particular scenario like that happens during the stages where they don't exactly tank too many hits. But let's see if we can get an additional. That's one. Can we get the double? Okay, no double this time round, but at least we can have like set it up so that we can maybe get a scenario to go off. And to be honest, this scenario talk is kind of annoying me as well. Oh dear. So that godly power, the link is active there. Wow, I completely forgot about that. So would it be more beneficial to get it? I don't even think we can do that scenario, to be honest, because Nightmare wouldn't be active. There are just so many situations like that just seem impossible to, I don't know, it's just so weird, because you have Merged Zamasu with godly power, but then you have the Kid Buu that gives a 50% attack and defensive boost, but no one there. Like the Zamasu and the what do you call it? The Zamasu and I forgot what I was going to say now. The Zamasu and the Kid Buu don't have Nightmare, so he is missing out on an attack link. So you have to sacrifice one of them. Nightmare, I believe, is a 10% attack link, whereas Godly Power is 15%. But the majority of the time, you're going to be activating Godly Power, not Godly Power, Nightmare, because it's the more common one. Okay. So yeah, this is a situation where Buu, or not Buu, but Rose is going to hit harder because of the boost from Cooler, of course, and the fact that Big Bad Boss is active. And you know what? I think I'm actually going to give up on this quest to get that particular scenario to go off. It just seems impossible at this point. There was like so many situations where it potentially could have happened, but it just didn't because of the all placement. Well, not the all placement, because of the placement of all of the attacks. Once not, like, I'm not even joking. In 2 scenarios, all of the attacks were right at the end. Like, I've never seen that happen. Let's finish this off with a bang. At the very least, oh, never not. Just never mind. At least we can get Merged Zamasu to get his super attack to go off. And Big Bad Boss is active. Godly Power is active. The only thing that isn't active is the boost from Boo, which I've literally just been speaking about that like half the video. Is Bro's going to take him out here? Never mind, Merged Zamasu didn't even have a chance. I think I'm going to end it here. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy the video as always. And if you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I hope you guys have a great day as always. And I will see you all in the next one.